And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Thank you very much there, legendary John Bon Jovial in Florida, I out here in the desert, and all you listeners around the world as we social distance ourselves here for the first social distancing, the David Bowers Awards. And I'll give credit where credit's due. Thank you, John Bon Jovial, for that thought.
Well, you know, sometimes I think the further away I can
today
get from you, the better off we are. So, you know.
Yeah, we do seem to work well that way. We've got a great show for you today. We've got a couple of surprises lined up, as we try to frequently, and some great indie music. So let's get right to it with this neat thing that actually, I got to admit, we just got within the last couple hours before the show today. It's by a guy named Mike Soapaman Read, and produced by our old friend over there in the merry old Isle of Britain by the name of Stuart Epps. It's a coronavirus theme, actually, and I think you're going to like this song. It's called Wash Your Hands.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, having a wee or having a poo, whenever you're finished in the loo, remember to wash your hands. Wherever you go, wherever you are, on your bike or in the car, scrub with soap and be a star. Remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. At home or at your auntie's or your grand's. The germs will all be banished and the viruses will vanish. We'll all be back to normal. Wash your hands. Whenever you eat, whenever you drink, don't forget to stop and think. Make a beeline for the sink. Remember to wash your hands. Don't go down the slippery slope. Kill the germs with quality soap. When there's cleanliness, there's hope. Remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. At home or at your auntie's or your grand's. The germs will all be banished and the viruses will vanish. We'll all be back to normal. Wash your hands. Don't be scared of mass hysteria. Beat the viruses like listeria. Help the fight against bacteria. Remember to wash your hands. Don't forget and don't be slow. If you're wise, then you will know. Every half an hour or so, remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. At home or at your auntie's or your grand's. The germs will all be banished and the viruses will vanish. And we'll all be back to normal. Wash your hands. When you've been out and picking a ball, writing graffiti on a wall, hear the soap and water call. Remember to wash your hands. When you've been playing on your computer, pupil, teacher, or a tutor, make sure that all the germs are neutered. Remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands. At home or at your auntie's or your grand's. The germs will all be banished and the viruses will vanish. And we'll all be back to normal. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. At home or at your auntie's or your grand's. The germs will all be banished and the viruses will vanish. We'll all be back to normal. Wash your hands.
There you have it. 1, 2, 3 now. Wash your hands. What was that? Was that something or what?
That's something apropos, but I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was busy touching my face. I don't know if they came up with that as a result of this COVID-19 virus or if it's something that had been in the works for a while. But my goodness, the timing just could not be better.
Couldn't have been better.
But we digress.
I told you we got surprised, and here is a first surprise of the week. That song, as I said, was done by a guy who calls himself Mike Soapaman Read and produced by our old friend Stuart Epps. And the first surprise is next week we're going to talk about this song with Stuart Epps, the producer who has producer to the stars. He started off Elton John, among many other talents. We've had him on the show before, and he will be joining us next week to talk about this song. And I think that's going to be a real fun thing. And if nothing else, it gives us two things that I look forward to: getting to talk to Stuart Epps again and getting to play this song again.
That's going to be a fun conversation. That's going to be a real fun conversation.
Absolutely. So welcome, everyone, to the show that is always an award show. And we like to say hello to all of our friends around the world, and, of course, our friends in Rochester, New York at WRFZ, FM 106.3 Rochester Free Radio, and Mary Perry of Rochester, who's an accredited disability representative there and underwrites the David Bowers Awards on WRFZ. We thank you so much, Mary Perry, and all of our listeners in Rochester love having you with us. Also, salute to Jeff Moulton's ABC Oldies program, which airs on WRFZ and online every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Today we've got a full boat for music. I think every single song on here is, 5 minutes long or longer. So we're going to be moving right along and getting to the music very quickly here today. So John Bon Jovial, if you have any comments, now is the time for you to squeeze them in here.
Well, I just wanted to offer one David Bowers Awards award for today. There's a band that is very big, especially in the northeastern United States. They call themselves the Dropkick Murphys, and they always have this major extravaganza every St. Patrick's Day, which, of course, is always on March the 17th, which will have passed by the time this show airs. Well, to their credit, because of the virus that is going around and just out of an abundance of caution, they have canceled their public show, but the show must go on, and so they are going to be... They are broadcasting their show live online for anybody to see, and of course it will be archived. So all you have to do is Google the Dropkick Murphys and their St. Patrick's Day show, and it's there for anybody to watch, absolutely free of charge. So my hat's off to them for not wanting to miss a show, but also wanting to make sure that their fans are safe and healthy, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, I agree, and I've noticed there are several groups that are out doing that, several artists. As a matter of fact, even the Metropolitan Opera announced today that they are going to be live streaming operas online. So keep the music going. I love it. I think it's a great thing, and it wouldn't surprise me a bit if it opens up the doors to some new ways of doing things, and there may even be paid concerts online much more frequently. I think this whole situation with the coronavirus is going to wake us up to a lot of things, and that be just one of them. Our next guest is an old friend of ours from upstate New York who's been on the show before. He's first and foremost a music person. He's a musician. He is an entrepreneur. He's a showman. He's a producer. He does a online radio program, does several podcasts. He's just a Z of all trades, and we call him that because he goes by Z. Mr. Anthony Zee Donaldson will be joining us in about 5 minutes or so for Rockstar101. In the meantime, he's presented us with a couple of tracks. We're going to play one of them right now. This is by a group who call themselves the Old Main, and the song is Too Far Gone.
Because
Well, there you have it. They call themselves the Old Main, and as a matter of fact, I almost slipped and called them the Old Man, but I guess that's me, not them. Anyway, it's too far gone, and I may be too, but right now we've got an old friend standing by to come in here and talk to us, Anthony Zee Donaldson. Welcome aboard and welcome back, Zee.
My old friend David Bowers, good to hear from you, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Always good to hear from you, and good to have you on the show. I want to thank you for letting me crash in on your one of your podcasts back there the other day. You had I can't remember his name, but one of the old gang from Rome Free Academy where I went to school, and they were talking about Rome, New York athletics, and I just had to pop in and say hello. And as a matter of fact, for a second, I thought I was talking to you, and it turns out I was talking to somebody else who had no idea who the heck I was. But hey, it's all in fun. We had a good time. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing some great music for us. The Old Main that we just played, and of course, after we talk, we're going to play a track you sent us by Annie and the Water, who are on the David Bowers Awards October 29th, and always good to have past guests come back. Sativa, I believe, is the name of the tune that we're going to be playing by them. But you're here to talk about Rockstar 101 and what it takes to make it in music.